Welcome back. If you are interested in farming weapon materials, you will need crystal chunks. Crystal chunks will help you can refine into this mystic ore that you can use to upgrade your weapons. So if you're going to upgrade your weapons, you will find yourself farming crystal chunks. There's a couple really great locations to farm crystal chunks. The first is Jingyung Peak, and I'll show you a particular route on several different places that I like to farm these crystal chunks. The first is if you jump right off of that spawn point, that waypoint, you'll find crystal chunks everywhere. Here's one. I'm using Zhongli as he's pretty quick on farming, but you can use any Claymore user. So don't think just because you don't have Zhongli that you won't be able to, mine, and you'll just be left to berry farming. You can also mine with a lot of other characters.
Solidify.
Here's another crystal chunk. So you just come southwest of the waypoint, and then you follow this path up. You'll find this nice, wonderful path that you can follow, and you'll find that there are crystal chunks down there in the mine, where it's pretty close to, you'll find some crystal chunks over there, just like you do over there. And you'll also find that there are crystal chunks up ahead. Now, I've been farming a lot of crystal chunks here, so they might not have respawned, but there are crystal chunks over there by that tree. There's some down by that mine. There's also a plethora of them up on this mountain. So you're going to come up here, see the story quest line domain or dungeon, but if you just climb over here, you'll find these crystal chunks. Now this is northeast of that waypoint, so basically just around the mountain on that waypoint is where you'll find them. Here are several more crystal chunks. So counting, we're probably already collecting 8 or 9 crystal chunks. There might be a lot more around here. I recently mined a bunch of crystal chunks. They'll come back slowly, and so don't be discouraged if you only see 1 or 2 at any site. If you wait longer, there'll be more. There's 2 of them in one chunk. You got 2 chunks out of one sort of piece here. Here's another one, and you can just ignore the bad guys, I suppose. But that's crystal chunk as well. So after you've gotten your 12 or so pieces from Jingyung Peak, what I'd like to do is, you can go to several other places. I'm going to jump over to Mondstadt very quickly. And I like to mark on the map with a little mine axe whenever there's a particular rock that I regularly farm. And crystal chunks are going to be one of those rocks that you're going to want to farm every 2 days, because there's always room for weapon XP if you forge these at any blacksmith, and you'll never regret having more crystal chunks. So here's more crystal chunks just east of this waypoint near Wolverdom. And I put it on the map so I don't get lost, but if you follow this path, you're going to find more crystal chunks in this area. And again, I do regularly farm this, so you might not find a whole bunch if you farm it regularly. You might only get 1 or 2. We're not going to go shopping, we're going to go to the map. And we're going to go to this other waypoint. There's crystal chunks all over the place in Mondstadt. So look at those 2 hurley churls. It looks like they're excited to watch you farm more crystal chunks. So you jump off the side of the hill. And there's usually more than one. I think there's usually 3 or 4 of these crystal chunks here. I only have 1 because I berry farm and mine so often that they don't have time to respawn. So I got that crystal chunk. You can get this crystal chunk. There's actually crystal chunks over here that I missed, as well as by this wolf boss. I'm going to go to another popular, although often missed, crystal chunk farming place. This is a great place if you want to get 12, 15 crystal chunks. And so far, in Leeway, we have the place where we've gotten 10 to 12. It looks like we've gotten another 5 or 6 over in that area. Eventually, we're going to be farming 35 or so crystal chunks. So let's go find more crystal chunks. If you climb up above this domain, there's a little hole in the ground. You can just fall right in here. There's usually 4 mining spots here. There's only 2 because I farmed so much that they haven't respawned yet. But you can get more crystal chunks from here. There's usually 4 of them as well here. There's only 2 right now because I only got them yesterday, so I haven't given them time to respawn. 2, 3, so you can get 4 more crystal chunks there. So these are just quick little spawn points where you can get 6 crystal chunks. Again, if they're fully there and there's 4 on each side, you can potentially get 8 to 12 crystal chunks from there. Going to this waypoint, or you could have climbed up after going east of the Wolf City, or you can head north along here. We're gonna just explore another place where you can get crystal chunks. When you find these places, and I recommend you talk to the blacksmith and ask for mining ore deposits, and he'll lead you to these same spots. This rock, by the way, again usually has 4 or 5 different crystal chunks on it. I really do farm these spots regularly, so I don't give them much time to respawn. But as you see, there's crystal chunks there. They're usually littered across the top of here. And that's just a great spot as well for crystal chunks. Overall, crystal chunks are going to help you when you're trying to level up your weapons. And how do you do that? You go to the blacksmith, and you can turn in these crystal chunks for more materials that will... I think Mystic Enhancement Ores, what you can turn in. So again, you can run to any blacksmith. It can be in Inazuma, Leeway, or Mondstadt. And you can say, let me get some Mystic Enhancement Ore for these chunks. Right? And you can do 20 the first time. And then after that, you can do 3, 3, 2, 2. Which will give you 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 20 total, you can refine 30 of these every single day. Sorry, you can make, in the amount, you can make 30 Mystic Enhancement Ore. And you might be thinking that's not a lot of XP, but 30 is. It's almost a full bar. If you're in one of these high levels, you're going to need a lot of XP. To eventually level these things up, and I really appreciate you joining me for this tutorial, and good luck with your crystal chunk farming, because there's a lot of great spots. One more spot that I want to point out in Leeway, down here by the Guyon Stone Forest. People often miss this, so I want to point it out really quick. If you teleport to either the domain, if you teleport to the domain, head west, and you'll find several different crystal chunk deposits. And if you teleport to the waypoint here, you'll find a really good one. It's usually here. Oh, there you go. So this one is fully mineable. I didn't. It looks like I didn't farm here within the last day or 2, so they're all back. They usually respawn within a day or 2. Around here, if you're looking for core lapis, you can check out the core lapis mining video if you still need some. But this is an excellent spot for farming crystal chunks. My advice is every single day, try to make it so that you can refine those 30 Mystic Enhancement Ore. That's going to speed up your progress, whether you're free to play or whether you're a low spender or a whale. No matter what, everyone needs Mystic Enhancement Ore. And I think regardless of the money that you spend on this game, these farming practices are part of the fun of the exploration of the game. you can build them into your habits just like dailies. You can do them just like dailies. So here's another spot by this boat, just west of the domain, in southeast Leeway. And so you can collect all the crystal chunks that you want. If you run past this shell, and again, I suggest marking on the map any sort of mining deposit. Here's an excellent set of crystal chunks and magical crystal chunks. I like the crystal chunks because to refine the magical crystal chunks you have to use resin, and it's better if we use resin on other things. Crystal chunks. And thank you so much. If you have any concerns about forgetting where they are, just mark them on the mini-map by clicking and setting a little mining icon. So I'd again like to thank you once again for looking at this crystal chunk farming guide, and good luck out there. I really hope that all of your weapons get enhanced very quickly, and thank you for watching.